Okay everybody, welcome to 2021 episode 2, and in this episode we're going to show you why you would go camping 25 miles away from your house. Okay, so the first reason why we go camping 25 miles away from our house is there's going to be less fatigue in the drive, because if you're only going 25 miles, there's a lot less things that can go wrong. Whereas if you're driving 200 miles, there's quite a few things that can go wrong. If you've seen our last video, it took us forever to get there because I was making wrong turns and traffic problems. So because we're only going 25 miles away, we know the roads, we know where we're going. We don't even have to turn a GPS on to go on this trip. So there's no worrying, is your camper going to fit under an underpass or anything like that on the way there, because we know where we're going, and we've also been there before, so that does help. We also know the site is a site that we like. We're going to show you that.
Yeah, it'll be nice to get away just a little bit, and it's nice to know that we can, if I forgot something, I can come home and get it if I have to.
We also know where the stores are in the area if we have to go get something. So, but that's all we've got for now. We're gonna go and get set up, and then along the way of this episode, we're gonna show you things that we are gonna be doing that we wouldn't be doing if we just spent the weekend sitting at our house. So friends, Blue Knob State Park is a small, quiet campground on one of the highest points in the Laurel Highlands.
Yeah, Dad's talking to the camera now.
Sarah, do you remember Blue Knob? Do you remember coming here last year? Do you remember swinging? Are you going to swing this year? Okay. We're almost there. It's definitely a steep, windy road up to the campground from Pavia, which is the direction we're coming in from. Friends, I don't know if you can see it, but it's snowing up here. I mentioned this is one of the highest points in the Laurel Highlands, so it's definitely colder up here as well than it is back home. But we've got heat in the camper, so we're good. We're just waiting for it to fill up with water, and then we're gonna go get set up. So Sarah, do you like fires?
Yeah.
Do you like campfires?
Yeah. Yes,
So-
I do.
So tonight we are having a campfire, even though it is still snowing a little bit, and it is probably like 38 or 39 degrees.
Yeah.
But we actually have a fire pit at our house, and I think we might have actually sat out by a fire like 3 times in the last 7 years that we've lived there.
Yeah.
So this is another reason why we like to go camping,
Uh-huh.
because it seems like it motivates us to do things that we sometimes forget that we enjoy when we're just at home. But wow, you can really see that snow good. Sarah, do you like the snow?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like camping in the snow?
Yeah.
The dogs don't seem to like camping in the snow. They're just whining and carrying on like crazy over here. Lily, you don't like the snow? Are you a bad dog? Lily. Lily, sit. Fishy. Fishy on. Friends, that's like the second cast in this hole here. And we've already got a fish. In the first cast, I actually missed a fish. Come here, bub. Look at that. That's a pretty looking rainbow. Man. Friends, I don't know if you can see them that well, but that's the prettiest rainbow we've caught this year. Nice color. Good looking fish. Everybody, I do hope this video finds you well, and I hope we inspire you to get out camping and do things that you wouldn't otherwise be doing, and enjoying yourself and making memories as families. Today we're doing a little more than just me fishing. We're going to take you on an adventure after lunch here, and we're going to make some memories as a family together. And if you do decide you want to come to Blue Knob State Park, this is something that's definitely worth doing while you're here. So we'll show you that after we get some lunch. I'm going to fish for a little while here, and hopefully catch a few more, and we'll show you that too. Well, friends, I didn't quite get the hook set of this one on camera, and I just switched flies thinking that might help my cause, and that was actually the first cast. I forgot to turn the camera back on. That's another pretty rainbow. It's not very big, but it's a pretty fish. Went with the old standby green weenie there. These little ones though, they're feisty. That's a fish. Be a little bigger. Nope. Are you a brook? No, that's a brown trout. Man, look at that brown. Nice colors. So we just arrived at the Staple Bend Tunnel Trail. We're meeting my mom here, and we're going to do a little hike, and we're going to take you with us. So friends, if you can see these square rocks here, they're kind of all over the place. Because back in the day, when they built this, they didn't use wooden railroad ties. They had these square rocks, and you can see the two holes in it, and that's where they mounted the train tracks. What I'm bringing you down here to show you is this stone culvert built in 1834, and it survives to this day. Square rocks I was telling you about. They're arranged in the way they would have been when the railroad tracks were here. And they all have two holes drilled in each rock, and that's what the tracks were anchored to. So friends, this is a pretty good image of what took place here. Down in Johnstown is where the canal portion from Pittsburgh to Johnstown ended, and the boats were taken out of the canal and put onto rail cars. Behind me is the hill that you see in the picture that they were pulled up by a stationary steam engine right where I'm standing, and then they'd go through the first railroad tunnel in the United States of America. So back here is the incline that I just spoke of. Where I'm standing, there would have been a steam engine, and it would have pulled the rail cars up the hill. So many years ago, when I was in Boy Scouts, we did a tour of this tunnel with a ranger from the National Park Service. And the craziest thing, and I remember this to this day, was when they built the tunnel, they had a crew start on each end, and they were to meet in the middle. And back then, in the early 1800s, they were able to meet in the middle, and they were only like 6 inches apart from each other. And if you can imagine doing that. Okay everybody, we just finished the Staple Bend Trail and we wanted to show you something else real quick. So this is the South Fork Dam, or at least what remains of it. So up on the hill up there you can see the Johnstown Flood National Memorial, and up there they have a nice museum and a video. I'm not really sure if it's open these days with COVID, but if you're staying at Blue Knob, this is definitely something you want to try to come see if you've never been over here. But over here, where the train tracks are, this was the lake. This was the South Fork Fishing and Hunting Club, and this is the dam that broke and caused the 1889 Johnstown flood. So if it was a nicer day, we'd probably be doing some hiking. As you can see, there's a lot of trails, and these actually were not here last time I was here. And they take you down there, and then over here on the other side, there's also stairs and trails. And the path of the flood trail actually leads from here to Staple Bend, where we just were. You walk the Staple Bend Trail, and it'll take you into downtown Johnstown. They've got a nice sign here that shows what the dam was made out of and how it was built. But just a quick story here. So over on the other side you can sort of see that bridge. That's where the spillway was. And so the South Fork Fishing and Hunting Club, they put a net over there to keep the fish from exiting the dam. And when it started raining, the fish net got all clogged up with sticks and debris, and so that's what caused the water to overflow.
I'm going very high.
So we're here at the campground, Blue Knob. Sarah's swinging on the swing set. The good thing about this versus just having a swing set at home is, of course, the gorgeous view. And then also there's other kids here that she gets to interact with. Since where we live, there's not a lot of other kids around, so she gets a little bit of socialization here that she wouldn't otherwise have.
There's a one. There's a long one, Mommy. There's a long one, Mommy.
Yeah, well, let's keep walking, okay? We got a lot of ground to cover. Yes, it is. Come on, catch up to Daddy. We're gonna go up to the Pavia Overlook, okay? They belong to the leaves. Let's keep going. Can you catch up to Daddy? Okay, catch up. Run, run. You gotta go around that rock. We're over it. That's cool too.
Yeah, this might be hard to capture through the trees, but you can see the mountains over on the other side. We're not even to the top yet.
These are really cool stone steps. Molly. what happens when you get lost. You see really cool things that you wouldn't get to see otherwise. Although, I hope we're not actually lost. We're on some sort of path.
So friends, we're kind of lost in the woods right now. On a trail that used to be a trail, but is currently not. And we've discovered this really cool waterfall. You can see another bridge up there that's not a bridge anymore that anyone should be walking across. It's interesting though, I do remember walking on this trail back in the day. So I know where I'm at, but I don't really know that it's leading me to where we're trying to go. But it's pretty cool. So this is where we just came down. And up there's the waterfall I was just showing you. So back in, I think like 2006 or so, I know I hiked this trail, and it was probably a trail that was maintained and used back then. I can't see any here, but there's blazes on the trees that signify that this used to be a trail, and somehow our map didn't quite lead us to the right spot. But this definitely is going to take us to where we need to end up, but we were just hoping to get there a little faster and more direct than what this ended up being. But this has turned out to be a really unique adventure. And you can tell from the old stonework right over there that this is something old that must have been built by the CCC long time ago. And I do remember hiking this trail because I remember all the stone walls coming up here. Well, we found Blue Blazes, which is actually the trail that we're supposed to be on. Maybe she's better at reading the map than we are. Okay guys, we're back from our hike. Well, at least two of us are. Sarah's still reading a map somewhere. But I did want to show you our site. This is site 19. And site 20, 21, and 22 are also really good if you decide to come here to Blue Knob. Well, hey guys, we're headed home. We hope you enjoyed this video. And we hope we gave you some reasons why you don't have to go so far away to go camping. The weather kind of sucked, but at the same time, when the weather's not nice and you're sitting at home, you're more tempted to just sit inside and not go outside. So at least going camping got us outside and doing some stuff.